Chosen 1, July 1st, 2025. Your new beginning. Listen, something deep within you already knows. July 1st, 2025 was never meant to be an ordinary day. There are days on the calendar, and then there are days etched into destiny. This is one of them. You may not have seen the signs clearly yet, but they were always around you. Subtle whispers in your spirit, moments of pause, a sudden breeze that felt like confirmation, a delay that was really divine protection. You see, a new beginning doesn't always announce itself with a trumpet. It sometimes steps in softly, then rewrites everything. And that's exactly what July 1st did. It came not just with hours and minutes, but with a sacred assignment for your life. One that could not begin until the right second. And now, finally, it has started. Before you move forward with this message, I want you to take a breath and hold space for what you're about to hear. This is not a coincidence that you landed on this video. This is not just another message. This is a confirmation. Stay with me until the end of this video. Allow this message to enter your spirit fully. And as a powerful act of alignment with the energy of this day, write in the comments your warmest wishes and the number 777. Let your desire be spoken into the universe, because today, the energy is alive, and it's listening. Something is shifting as you engage. Now, Chosen 1, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You've been waiting for clarity. You've been asking for signs. You've been watching doors close, wondering if they were the end or the beginning. But here's what's happening. Chosen 1. July 1st didn't arrive empty. It arrived with keys. Keys to new identity. Keys to hidden opportunities. Keys to divine alignment. It's not a date. It's a doorway. And while the world kept spinning, something about your life just came to a halt so it could realign into the place where you truly belong. This is not about a fresh start that happens randomly. This new beginning was preserved, protected, prepared. Every setback you've experienced was orchestrated to delay you just enough so you wouldn't miss the timing of this breakthrough. Every tear was watering a seed that could only bloom in this season. And now it has. That's why some things felt heavier than usual the days before July 1st. That's why you felt misunderstood, forgotten, hidden, because heaven was planning your emergence. But this emergence doesn't look like force. It looks like favor. It looks like your name being mentioned in rooms you've never entered. It looks like your spirit becoming louder, even when your voice is still quiet. It looks like being drawn into opportunities that once seemed impossible. Because what was delayed is now being delivered. On July 1st, something invisible clicked into place. Maybe you didn't see it with your eyes, but your spirit knew it. That sudden peace, that rush of gratitude that made no sense, that unexpected message or thought that came out of nowhere, all of it was the whisper of a new chapter opening. You've entered it now, not by accident, not by coincidence, by divine timing. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not broken. You are positioned. This is your moment of becoming. And what's so beautiful is that you don't even have to fight for it. The timing is doing the heavy lifting. Destiny is doing the opening. All you have to do is say yes. Yes to the unfolding. Yes to the upgrade. Yes to the version of you that you've only seen glimpses of. The world hasn't seen what's about to rise from your life, but you have. In your quiet moments, in your dreams, in the nudges you ignored. It's all coming together now. The pieces are becoming a picture, and the picture is becoming a path. This new beginning will not feel like a sprint. It will feel like a knowing that you're finally walking in the direction you were born to take. And that knowing will cancel every ounce of confusion that tried to keep you trapped. The heaviness is lifting. The doubt is dissolving. The fear is losing its grip. Because alignment doesn't demand struggle. It demands surrender. You didn't miss anything. You were preserved. And now that preservation is turning into presentation. What was covered is being revealed. What was overlooked is being celebrated. What was small is being magnified. Not because you forced it, but because you flowed with it. This is your personal beginning. Not borrowed, not copied. Yours, crafted by divine wisdom. Delivered by divine grace. You'll look back at this time and realize it all made sense. The timing, the trials, the tears, all of it was building this foundation. You're not stepping into a random blessing. You're stepping into something that has your name on it. And when something has your name on it, no one else can take it. Don't worry if others can't see what's changing in you. Don't worry if it feels like they're still treating you the same. They didn't get the memo, but your spirit did. You're operating on an instruction they didn't hear. You're responding to a signal they didn't receive. You're becoming someone their old perception can't comprehend. That's okay. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them try to understand. Because what's coming is not for their validation. It's for your fulfillment. The new beginning is not about proving anything. It's about becoming everything you were meant to be. Silently, powerfully, unapologetically. Stay grounded, stay open, stay expectant. Because this new beginning is not a moment. It's a movement of your spirit toward everything that was once out of reach. And you're not walking alone. You're walking with favor, with covering, with destiny backing every step. You didn't need the whole world to cheer for you to begin. You just needed one moment, one confirmation, one divine whisper that reminded you, this is your time. And you got it. July 1st delivered it, quietly, supernaturally. And now, your spirit has received it. That inner yes has been activated, and you no longer have to guess or doubt. Your steps are no longer wandering. They are divinely placed. The detours are disappearing. The road ahead is not just open, it is blessed. Everything may look the same on the outside, but you are not the same on the inside. Your atmosphere has shifted. Your alignment has upgraded. And the frequency you carry now will begin attracting what your old self could never hold. People will sense something different in you without you having to say a word. That's the mark of new beginnings. It alters your vibration before it changes your situation. And make no mistake, your situation is next. Your energy is no longer tied to struggle. It's tied to revelation. You've discovered something eternal, that time is not your enemy, it's your witness. It watched you wait. It watched you endure. It watched you stay faithful. And now, it's testifying on your behalf. The time has spoken. This one is ready. And heaven answered with a shift. That's why you feel lighter now. That's why the heaviness you carried for months is quietly dissolving. A decision has been made in your favor, and your soul can feel it. Chosen one. The real transformation didn't begin with an outside breakthrough. It began when you broke through the old version of you, the one that kept shrinking, the one that kept doubting, the one that kept waiting for permission. That self no longer fits you. That self expired the moment July 1st opened its gates. And now you're stepping into what you were always meant to carry. Boldness, clarity, peace. You no longer carry the energy of survival. You now carry the presence of someone who has seen the fire and still chosen to bloom. Someone who was kept in the dark but never stopped believing in the light. Someone who was overlooked, yet deeply observed by God. That's why your new beginning is so weighty. It's built on unshakable evidence of who you've become in the silence. You grew when no one saw you. You elevated when no one applauded. You broke cycles while still bleeding. You stood tall while your knees shook. That strength did not go unnoticed. Heaven took notes. And now it's your time to be seen by the same world that thought you were just existing. You weren't just surviving. You were preparing, quietly, obediently, faithfully. And now, you're about to shine in a way that looks sudden, but it's been years in the making. Don't downplay what's coming. Don't minimize the magnitude of this season. This isn't a small start. This is not a temporary upgrade. This is a reintroduction, a spiritual arrival, a launch into divine purpose that cannot be reversed. You are not returning to who you used to be. That chapter has closed. That identity has faded. What's coming forward now is the version of you that was always hidden behind fear, waiting for the moment faith would take the lead. And faith has taken over now. Doubt has lost its authority. Fear no longer controls the narrative. You are walking in truth, and truth carries power. Not the kind of power that dominates, the kind of power that liberates. It frees you from old patterns. It breaks generational chains. It silences voices that once echoed louder than your own. This is the season where your soul stops apologizing and starts activating. You don't have to beg anymore. You don't have to chase anymore. You don't have to compromise anymore. You've been marked. That mark carries divine access. It opens what others have to hustle for. Because you aligned, you are now assigned. And the assignment comes with supernatural support. Doors will open without you forcing them. People will appear who were predestined to help you. Resources will arrive right on time. Divine delays will make sense. You'll look back and understand why nothing else worked, because it wasn't supposed to. What was meant for others wouldn't fit you. But what's meant for you? It's landing. Right now. Like a magnet, it's pulling toward you. Opportunities, restoration, joy, clarity, favor. You're not broken. You're being built. Every no was making room for the yes that matters. Every delay was aligning your timing. Every exit was creating space for what fits the new you. That's why the old can't stay, the familiar can't follow, the stuckness can't stick. Because your new beginning has a requirement: elevation. And elevation will cost you your comfort. It will ask you to release the version of you that survived, so you can embody the version of you that thrives. That's the calling now. Not just to exist, not just to push through, but to rise. And not rise quietly, but boldly, without apology, without needing permission. There's a divine rhythm in your life now, one that makes sense only to your spirit, one that others may not understand. But you do. You feel the pulse of destiny in your decisions. You feel the clarity when you trust yourself. You feel the joy of being aligned, even when nothing external has changed yet. Because the internal shift is the real beginning, and yours is already in motion. On July 1st, heaven marked you, not just with hope, but with evidence. Evidence that the story is not over. Evidence that the pain had purpose. Evidence that something greater is emerging from your life. That mark is why you've been protected. That mark is why you've been preserved. That mark is why nothing before this worked out the way you thought. Because something better was being carved out behind the scenes. You didn't just enter a new chapter. You entered a divine appointment. This is where restoration begins, where clarity reigns, where confusion dies, where vision returns, where your soul is no longer haunted by what ifs, but fueled by what's next. You're not just hoping anymore. You're knowing. And that knowing is powerful. Now, you walk with a new confidence, not one built on ego, but one birthed from obedience. You trusted when it made no sense. You waited when it hurt. You stayed soft when the world told you to harden. And that softness has made you magnetic. The world may celebrate strength, but heaven responds to surrender. And you surrendered. That's why you're rising. Let July 1st be your reminder. You are no longer who you used to be. You are not where you were. You are not carrying what you carried. You have been renewed, quietly, beautifully, divinely. This beginning has your name on it, and it cannot be revoked. What will happen on July 1st is not just valid for that day. This is a spiritual ignition, a key turned in the lock, a divine yes echoed through your atmosphere. This date is now etched into your spiritual plan. From that moment on, everything began to realign. Your thoughts, your path, your opportunities, even the way heaven perceives your position. You may not have heard the sound physically, but in the spiritual realm, the signal was clear. The time has come. You've crossed into a sequence of acceleration that will not be slowed. That old fear of delay, the fear of being forgotten, of being stuck, that fear has been denied access to your new season. This season is about motion, divine motion. Doors that once resisted you will now swing open, not because you are louder, but because your time has come. Your vibration, your frequency, your divine code, everything is now broadcasting. I'm ready, and heaven is responding. This is not about what you have. It's about who you've become. The new beginning doesn't require perfection. It requires your agreement. Your yes to the inner call is stronger than any plan you could have written. You've outgrown the timelines of man. You've stepped into the timing of God, and when divine timing collides with divine identity, breakthrough becomes inevitable. Don't expect everything to make logical sense anymore. Logic is being overridden by faith. You'll feel led to places you don't fully understand, but your spirit will whisper, "This is the way." You'll say things you never planned to say, but the words will carry authority. You'll release things you once thought you couldn't live without, and feel freedom rise in their place. This is spiritual intelligence at work. This is the new you navigating with grace. Let this truth settle into your spirit. What you were once chasing is now chasing you. Not because you gave up, but because you grew up. You no longer need to convince, prove, or force anything. You've done your part. The rest is divine distribution. You are now in receiving mode, but not receiving like before. Now you're receiving from overflow, from legacy, from divine inheritance. Your cup isn't just being filled, it's being flooded. This new beginning is not a chapter, it's a volume. It's a spiritual publication of everything that was hidden inside you, now coming into light. The talents you hid, the confidence you suppressed, the boldness you kept on mute. All of it is being turned on. You are the volume that life is about to turn up, and the world will hear the sound of your becoming. People may question where this new you came from. Let them. They didn't sit with you during the silence. They didn't cry with you through the confusion. They didn't watch you break cycles with nothing but a whisper of hope and a handful of faith. They didn't see how you kept showing up, even when you wanted to disappear. But heaven saw, and heaven has rewarded. You were forged in private. Now you're being formed in public. And the ones who thought you'd fade will now watch you flourish. This flourishing isn't arrogance, it's alignment. You're not showing off. You're showing up as who you were always meant to be. And that presence, that energy, that light, it cannot be ignored anymore. You've moved from waiting to walking, from surviving to shining, from pain to purpose. Your voice has matured. Your choices are clearer. Your boundaries are stronger. You're no longer carrying dead weight out of guilt. You're choosing life now, yours, fully, unapologetically, intentionally. And because of this, favor is finding you. You no longer need to knock on closed doors. They're being replaced with new ones designed specifically for your arrival. What used to reject you will now respect you. What used to overlook you will now seek you. This is the divine reversal at play, and you are at the center of it. You're no longer trying to fit into rooms. You are building your own, and those rooms carry energy. Rooms of peace, rooms of creativity, rooms of expansion. Your mind is becoming a sanctuary again. Your heart is beating with holy rhythm. Your hands are open to receive, and your feet are grounded in truth. This truth, you are no longer behind. You're in divine rhythm. Everything you need will arrive on time. Every connection will be authentic. Every opportunity will come with clarity. Every decision will be guided. You are no longer chasing blessings. You are living in them. Your name is being written into blueprints that were sealed until now. Your story is becoming a key for others. Your experience is a portal for breakthroughs. This new beginning is not just about you. It's about the ones who will be impacted because you said yes. And you're not being called to play small anymore. The time for hiding is over. The season of shrinking has passed. You are stepping into spiritual stature. Your presence will now shift rooms. Your words will carry healing. Your silence will command respect. This is not by chance, it's by choice. The choice to walk in your new beginning fully. So lift your head, straighten your back. Breathe in the present. The weight has been lifted. The old contracts have expired. The old energy has cleared. The old stories have closed. This, right now, is your appointed moment. You don't need external validation. You have divine confirmation. The internal yes you feel is heaven's echo. And every step you take in alignment with it will create ripples that reach beyond your understanding. You are not just walking into a new season, you're walking into a new dimension. That's why it feels different. That's why your intuition is louder. That's why your peace feels non-negotiable. Because you've outgrown chaos, you've evolved past survival. You've been selected to stand, rise, and lead, even if it's just by example. Chosen one, this new beginning is the evidence of your evolution. You didn't just survive life, you transformed through it. And now you carry that wisdom with you, not as a burden, but as a badge of divine grace. You are not here to blend in. You are here to break ground. And what begins now cannot be stopped, blocked, or reversed. The light is green, the path is clear, and the time is now. You are ready for real change, and you will feel it.